What's up, guys? What is up, Patriots Nation? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully, everybody is enjoying their day so far. I wanted to come on here real quick and just give some post game thoughts about this Patriots and Eagle matchup. They're, once again, their issues from last year eventually caught up to them and cost them in this one. The slow start and a lackluster finish to this game really kind of put the nail in the coffin. If the Patriots had started a little sooner, their offense got going a little sooner, this game might have had a different story. The second quarter for the Pats was very, very good. They executed well, and and they played fundamentally sound the whole quarter. Didn't make a lot of mistakes. The offense was clicking. You could tell that they kind of found a little bit of rhythm. That drive in the second quarter where they went 10 plays for 72 yards and it ended in a Kendrick Bourne touchdown was probably the best drive of the game. And then it just kind of the wheels kind of fell off the bus, to say the least. So pardon the noise, guys. I am sitting in Boston traffic here, and I just wanted to come on here and give y'all my thoughts on the game and just kind of uh, talk about the some key points that I thought were important. So let's dive right into it. Like I said at the beginning of this stream, the issues from last year clearly reared their ugly head again. The lack of execution to start the game and the lack of execution to end the game are what ultimately cost us this W. The biggest uh, I want to say the biggest game changing play or game changing I should say series of the game was when the defense forced a Jalen Hurts fumble, and they gave the football back to the offense at the Eagle 38-yard line with about 3 minutes to go. That's plenty of time from the 38-yard line to at least put yourself in position for a field goal, at the very least, if not a touchdown. That's a very short field. 38, the Eagle 38-yard line, and Mac Jones and the offense come out onto the field, and they go 3-and-out in what seemed like under a minute. That to me is inexcusable. That is an opportunity to win that game. The score was 25-20 at that time, and a touchdown would all but seal that game, or at least put all of the pressure back on the Eagles. And what happens? The offense comes out. Mac goes 3-and-out, and they give the ball right back to the Eagles, and they were able to finish the game off. The end of the game showed the difference between a borderline elite team in the Eagles and a team that is still trying to find their way in the Patriots. And I hate saying that. I'm a Patriot fan, and don't get me wrong, I can have my Homer fan moments where I drink the Kool-Aid of the Patriots a little bit. I think all of us can. I think everybody has those moments where they kind of feed into feed into the team and the hype and all that. But I'm also a realist too. I can tell it and call it how I see it, and that a lot of that, the end of that game was not good. They had poor execution, and like I said at the beginning of this stream, the shooting themselves in the foot was the biggest problem that they've run into. they tend to make mistakes at the most inopportune moments and in the biggest moments of the games, and you can't do that. That is something that you cannot do. If you're going to win games against teams like the Eagles and like some of these upper echelon teams, you cannot make mistakes in clutch moments. You have to be able to lock it in and execute and win these games. That was the ending of that game was tough to watch because there were two opportunities for the Patriots to win this game, and they squandered both of them. Um, on the upside, though, on the upside to this, there were drives. There were two drives in that game where the Patriots did look very good, and we would get little glimpses of what this offense could be when it's fully operational and being executed well. And that was good. That 10 play drive that ended in the Kendrick Bourne touchdown was the best executed drive of the game. Mac Jones was accurate. He was patient in the pocket, and the execution, the routes, everything was there. If they could get those kind of drives for an entirety of the game, they would be just fine. But one thing about the Patriots has been consistent over the last 3 seasons. It's the inconsistency. Good drive, bad drive. Good play, bad play. Good play, bad play. They've been consistently inconsistent, and their schedules have not been easy. So if they're, and this is what you get for being a six title team. You're not going to get any breaks. You think the league is going to give the Patriots any breaks in the schedules anytime soon? No way. They're going to be facing upper echelon teams, and they're going to have their schedule is going to be in the top 5 to top 10, for hardest in the NFL. They are not going to give the NFL is not going to give us, the Patriots, any breaks. So you should probably get that out of your head that we might have a year where we're going to be set up to where, we could get in the playoffs with 10 wins, or maybe sneak into a wild card or something like that. It's not going to be like that. This game, the Patriots on the defensive side of the ball, they did everything they could. They did absolutely everything that they could to keep this team in this game. Patriots, the Pats D came up with plays when they needed to make them, and they gave opportunities back to the offense to be successful. And it's once again, I hate to keep circling the wagons back to it, but the offensive issues that were there last year are still there this year. And I know it's a new offense and they're still trying to gain, Billy O'Brien and Mac are still trying to iron stuff out. But the fact remains that you had 3 months to prepare for this game. And there's still offensive inconsistencies. Now, I'm not like hitting the panic button by any means. I'm just saying that the same issues that we were facing last year seems like they have not gotten any better. This is a big time prove it year for Mac Jones. This is a big time prove it year. If he can't erase some of these inconsistencies in his game, and he doesn't play well this year, that's not going to bode well for his long-term outlook for this team. The Patriots, if he doesn't play well, and let's say they go 6-11, 7-10, that might put his job in jeopardy. It might. Bill and Mac Jones and Billy O'Brien have a lot riding on this season. There is a lot of pressure on those three to right this ship and to be successful, to kind of turn this thing around. There a lot of pressure is on them. Is it fair to put all of it on them? I don't know. I mean, in a way, you're in a way it is, but I could see where some people say, it's the offense has issues all around, and a lot of that was exposed. A lot of that again was shown in with the Eagle game. The Eagles have an elite front seven. They have an elite front seven. It's very, very good. They get after it, and they are relentless, and they get after the football, and they're coached up well. They're fundamentally sound. They're that front seven of theirs is very good, and with the way the league is trending, the league is trending, more towards a more offensive friendly mindset, and where the NFL is kind of getting away from these statuesque quarterbacks like Brady and Manning were, where you could throw Drew Brees in there too. He was a little better with his legs, but he could still these quarterbacks. The days of the quarterback just standing and sitting in the pocket and not being mobile are over. They're over. The days those the Brady Manning style of play is over now. These teams that are winning at high levels in the NFL have quarterbacks that are either dual threats outright, or at least a semi dual threat, meaning they can at least slide and move in the pocket when they need to and kind of make something happen with their legs. It's if we are going to go, if the Patriots are going to go full bore, full steam ahead with Mac Jones as their quarterback, then they have got to spend money on the offensive line. And I don't mean bargain basement shopping. No, it's they have to spend like Dallas Cowboy money on their offensive line. Like if they want to move forward with Mac Jones, they're going to have to spend a lot on this offensive line. They are going to have to build up a wall in front of him and let him and give him 3 seconds to read a defense. That's how if you want to win with a quarterback like Mac in today's NFL, that is how you have to do it. And lately, they have not spent much on the offensive line. It's kind of been an afterthought, and it's been one of the biggest issues. But back to this game alone, the pass blocking for Mac this game was not too bad. It was not too bad. He had about 2.5 seconds for most of the game to throw the football. There were a couple of drives where he got hurried a few, but for the most part, the pass blocking was pretty good. The run blocking was not. The Eagles were all over our run game, and this offensive line struggled to give these running backs, Zeke and Ramondre, any kind of running room. There were very few plays that were over 6 or 8 yards. Most of the time, they were getting stuffed at about 3 to 4, about 3 yards a carry. I would probably say the average was. And if they're going to be a run-heavy team, if they're going to be a run-heavy team and have that run game be the focus, and then go off of those intermediate passing routes, then that offensive line has got to do better. They have got to figure out how to get some chemistry and how to get that rolling, or it's once again the offense is going to fall flat. And this defense cannot we're gonna if we don't see changes and they don't in the offense and they don't improve, and get more of a rhythm, we're gonna see exactly what happened last year. This defense is gonna hold these good teams up until about the third quarter, but it's literally gonna take every ounce of effort they have to do it. And by, the midpoint in the fourth quarter, the defense has nothing left in the tank. They're running on empty. And that's when the defense is running on empty, that usually ends up in blown coverages or people just not being able to keep up with receivers. And then you get separation and there goes a big play. But overall, thoughts on the game. It was up and down. It was just that one, like all of last year, we're just riding that wave of emotion. Good drive, bad drive, good drive, bad drive. You get down and you get hopeful. You get down about the 30-yard line and you get hopeful that the Pats are going to punch one in, and then they have 2 or 3 stupid penalties that pushes them back out of field goal range, and they have to, they get themselves in a 3rd and 20 situation where they're out of field goal range, and then they just kind of, they throw in at that point they throw in the towel, and they just run it up the middle and punt, and it's just that's got to change. But overall, there was some promise. We got to see little glimpses of what this offense could look like when it's fully operational and the chemistry is there. And I hope that this team can straighten that out and create more drives like we saw when Mac hit Kendrick Bourne for the touchdown. If, like I said earlier in this live stream, if they can get more drives like that, we'll be just fine. But until that point, until they get to that point, we're going to be looking at once again riding that emotional wave that has been this team for 2 seasons now. But moving forward, we got another challenge coming up in Miami, and the Dolphins are no joke either. That offense has a lot of weapons that they can work with, but hopefully the defense can do their thing, and the offense can continue to build on their chemistry, and we can again, put points on the board. I think to beat Miami, we're going to probably need at least 30. So they're going to have to, the offense is going to have their work cut out for them. But like I said, hopefully the chemistry continues to build, and and they continue to, push forward with it. Like I said, I did when Mac was on and the routes were run right and the communication was there and the chemistry was there, that offense looks very good, but we got to get it to that point. But thanks for listening, guys. Much appreciated. Those are just some post-game thoughts on this game. And we will be on to Miami next week, and hopefully we can level the record off at 1-1. Hopefully we can get that W against Miami. But I will talk to you guys again soon. Beantown Breakdown. And I'm out of here, guys. Thanks again. Appreciate y'all. We're gone. Everybody have a good day.